Cursed from childhood, Senna was stalked by the Black Mist. To fight it, she joined the Sentinels of Light, a sacred order sworn to stand against the darkness. Her struggle ended when the wraith Thresh struck her down, trapping her soul within his lantern. But Senna did not fade. Within that prison, she mastered the very mist that once tormented her. Reborn, altered by death and shadow, she returned wielding both light and darkness. With every strike from her relic weapon, she now turns the mist against itself, freeing the souls it once claimed. Welcome back, lore lovers. Today, we unravel the haunting and heroic tale of Senna, the woman touched by death and reborn through darkness. Senna's path to becoming a Sentinel of Light began in shadow with the Black Mist. As a child, she first encountered it when the wreckage from a distant harrowing drifted onto her island's shores. Life awakened the mist trapped within, unleashing a storm of tormented souls. Her village survived only through the timely arrival of a nearby sentinel, but even after the attack faded, the mist remained drawn to Senna, as if marked by it, cursed to be its constant target. It stalked her endlessly, a darkness that haunted her across every moment of quiet. She never knew when it would strike next, and the waiting was worse than the attacks, each shadow whispering threats only she could feel. The sentinel who saved her, a hardened veteran named Urias, couldn't explain the curse she bore, but he knew survival meant resistance. He took Senna in, training her within the ancient order of the Sentinels of Light, born on the Blessed Isles where the Black Mist began. With the relic pistol he gave her, Senna learned to turn her soul into light, becoming a relentless foe to the darkness that pursued her. Though Senna came to trust Urias and his gruff guidance, she kept others at a distance, letting anyone close only risk drawing the mist to them. Wherever she and Urias sought refuge, the darkness followed, and those who offered shelter paid the price. When Urias himself fell, Senna was left unsure if she could ever open her heart again. Still, she traveled to Demacia to share the news of Urias' death with his family. There she met his son, Lucian, a man who refused to be turned away. He insisted on joining her in honoring his father's memory, and from their first meeting, his persistence unsettled her defenses. Lucian's warmth and determination chipped away at the walls Senna had built. In time, their paths became one. Side by side, they hunted the mist, their bond deepening with every battle. Senna began to see her barriers not as shields to keep pain out, but as gates to let love in. Yet, the closer they became, the more Lucian focused on freeing her from the curse. His love turned fierce, unwavering, so much that it burned like the light in his weapon, binding him to all else. Senna feared he was beginning to see only the sorrow in her, not the strength. In their search for a cure, Senna and Lucian crossed paths with Thresh, the cruel wraith whose presence twisted the shadows. They were close, answers about the ruination and Senna's curse lay just ahead, but Lucian refused to retreat. When Thresh struck, his chains lashed toward Senna. She stood between the wraith and Lucian, defiant. More painful than the sight was the anguish on Lucian's face. With her final breath, she shouted for him to run. But as the blow landed and darkness claimed her, Senna sensed something more. The mist that had stalked her life no longer felt foreign. It was familiar, almost inviting. She let it carry her into the lantern, into the heart of Thresh's prison, to face what awaited within. What once cursed her now offered a path forward. If you've made it this far, lore lovers, you are one of us. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Lion Drag. Your support helps the channel grow and lets me craft even more stories from the worlds we love. While Lucian grieved and sought to bring her peace, Senna wandered the spectral maze of her prison. There she uncovered the truth. Her curse had begun with life, not death. The day the wreckage washed ashore, she had been touched by a powerful soul, a lingering spark that burned unnaturally bright. From that moment, she had carried within her more than a curse. She had carried a second life. The black mist clung to life. It couldn't release what still burned within Senna. She learned to harness that force, drawing the mist into her and breaking its grip on others trapped within the lantern. Among the souls she freed were fallen sentinels, carriers of forgotten truths, secrets of the ruination of her curse and of the love that had once sparked it. When Lucian plunged his broken pistol into Thresh's lantern, hoping to end the torment of the trapped souls, Senna was ready. Cloaked in mist shaped by the spirits she had freed, she emerged. She was dead, yet alive, reborn through the very curse that once doomed her. Her weapon, a cannon forged from relic stone, and the arms of fallen sentinels, channeled both shadow and light. No longer fleeing the mist, Senna embraced it. She felt the pain of the souls she drew into herself, freeing them with each burst of darkness turned against itself. Each time she became a wraith, she stepped closer to the dead she once fought, yet the strange spark of life within her always brought her back. Her bond with Lucian endured beyond the veil of death, but her return carried a price. From within the lantern, Senna had uncovered a truth they could no longer ignore. They must find the ruined king and stop him no matter the cost. Senna's journey is deeply intertwined with several key figures, each shaping her path in profound ways. Let's explore these relationships. Senna first met Lucian when she traveled to deliver the news of his father Urias's death. Together, they attended Urias's parting vigil, during which their bond deepened. Senna trained Lucian to become a Sentinel of Light, and their partnership eventually blossomed into love and marriage. Their shared mission to combat the Black Mist and its horrors solidified their connection, making them formidable allies against the darkness. Senna's awareness of Thresh, the sadistic chain warden, stemmed from her connection to the Black Mist. Their fateful encounter occurred when Senna attempted to save Lucian, resulting in Thresh claiming her soul and imprisoning her within his lantern. Lucian's relentless pursuit to free her led him to Bilgewater, where he discovered her entrapment. After years of determination, Lucian succeeded in freeing Senna, who returned to life unexpectedly. Now both continue their quest to stop Thresh, especially after he became unbound from the Shadow Isles. Following Senna's liberation, she and Lucian focused on halting Viego, the ruined king, and the spread of the Black Mist. Viego sought to reclaim a fragment of his wife's Isolde's soul, which resided within Senna. In a confrontation, he partially succeeded in extracting this fragment, intensifying the couple's resolve to thwart his plans and prevent further catastrophe. Gwen, the hallowed seamstress, allied with Senna and Lucian to aid the Sentinels of Light against Viego. Interestingly, both Gwen and Senna contain fragments of Isolde's soul, linking them in purpose and destiny. Gwen's unique abilities and knowledge have been invaluable in their collective efforts to combat the ruination. In their battle against Viego, Senna and Lucian expanded the ranks of the Sentinels of Light, recruiting champions such as Diana, Graves, Irelia, Olaf, Pike, Rengar, Riven, and Vayne. This diverse group united under a common cause, each bringing unique skills and perspectives to the fight against the encroaching darkness. Senna holds reservations about action due to his frequent violations of the Sentinel's code. While his intentions align with the Sentinel's mission, his unorthodox methods and disregard for established protocols have been point of contention between them. And so, Senna's journey continues, between life and death, between light and shadow. If this story stirred something in you, like, share and subscribe to Landrak. And for those who crave more lore and cozy conversation, come join our Discord, where lore lovers gather, discuss and dream. Until next time, stay safe.